I'm laughing at y'all niggas.
Yeah. Yeah. Give it to me now.
Y'all niggas real funny. Money Mafia taking over.
Yeah.
We clocking. We driving.
I'm that perfect lady riding that black Mercedes. That up your nigga got him saying I'm that first lady. Baby, your mouth is sassy. Put away from the dirty sauce. That soft like baking soda. I hit you with arm and hammer. I'm a boss, bitch. You talk shit, I walk it. AK, what nigga with the full clip? Things you dream about, I already did it. From the streets to cul-de-sacs, from dimes to pound bags. I'm bragging, but these are facts. I see your head bobbing, I'm back. Man, you're robbing, I got these trucks knocking. I'm rolling that purple stuff and drinking that Grey Goose. I roll up to the club, buy 20 a month. Now, if you looking for that work, my nigga, we got it. Posted on the block.
What's up? What's up? Happy Sunday, everybody, man. I thank y'all for pulling up to watch me. I just felt like sometimes I go live on Sunday, sometimes I don't. I just felt like doing it today. I was going to cook, but something took my appetite. What up? Taking time to the ranch is here. Yay! What's up, baby? How you feeling? How you feeling? So I had joined the church, what was it, about 2 weeks ago, and I really love the church. Like we are having. I just did not feel like going today. And I had a friend that was her father was sick, and I decided I would just give her a call. Now, for y'all that's been listening for a while, I lost both of my parents in the same 12 months, and it's kind of what she was going through. So I would just, and we grew up together. I just reached out to her, but I had no idea he was going to pass away as soon as we hung up. So we're talking on FaceTime, and he's there. We were just talking. I was like, hey, as a father, I'm not a father, but I saw my own father pass, and I was like, men don't want to just leave their families here. It's not like they just want to stay, but they don't want to just leave. Y'all hear they're more concerned, with his children and how y'all going to accept, stuff like that. And, I wasn't expecting to hang up and get the call back. Like immediately, she like, girl, he just took his last breath. And I was like, and I was like, oh no, and I'm like, oh man, because it's hard to hug somebody through the phone, so it's kind of like one of them things where, I did get a chance to see him right before he passed away, so it kind of just snatched my appetite to the point I was like, I don't think I can cook. I'm straight. Now, like I said, I grew up with Shawty, so we knew each other parents and stuff like that. But yeah, he did know the Lord, you know what I'm saying? So that's one great thing, and everybody's grown. So it's not like they left small people behind. It's just no matter how old you get, seeing somebody you love pass away is just like, and I don't think people understand, when you seen it yourself, sometimes you just wish you had got the phone call. Because that's what we talked about. I was like, shoot, I said, sometimes I wish I just had got a call versus physically watching it. So, yeah, that's what happened with me today. So that's why I ain't cooking, because I ain't all that hungry. That's one. Two, I want to do a slight commentary on a live I participated in yesterday. Shout out to Sean B for the live. I do want to provide commentary on that live. It's nothing negative, not on your behalf. You're fine. We as adults have to understand when someone is committed to having a misunderstanding. Okay. This whole social media platform thing, this the matrix for me. That's why the name of this thing is called the matrix. I don't think about the bullshittery that take place on here when I hit the end button. YouTube, you tune into wherever you want to tune into. Okay. However, I'm over, let me see how to put this. I'm over people trying to tell people how to run their pages and they don't have a page or invested in their pages or anything like that. Or if you do have a page, run your platform. Enact the rules on your platform. Going to other people's platform, telling them what to do and who not to let up and all this kind of stuff. That's weird to me. We grown. People run their platforms the way they run their platform. That's just it. So I didn't speak like who did this and who did what on Sean B's platform because that's counterproductive, but I will do it for mine because it's productive for me. Listen, Peanut, I don't know you. I don't have an issue with you because I don't know you. I settled it last week. It settled last week, and I moved on. I've done several lives since last Saturday night going into Sunday morning. What up, Truth Hurts? What up, Nicole? Appreciate y'all coming in. That got handled last week. And the issue that you have is, and I'm telling you what your issue is, you are upset with people that ain't turned their back on me or stop supporting me or stop coming to my page. And that's not for you to do. You don't have to subscribe to me and listen to me, but stopping other people from doing it is where it's like you're doing too much. And also be truthful. You threatened me on Q's Live. You disrespected, let me close this door. You disrespected me on a sexual end on Q's Live, and you have yet to take accountability for your behavior. Your behavior is why I cussed you out, why you got a peanut on a eggplant over here. That's how I have the people. We flame in Atlanta. That's what we do down here. We flame people. So no, I'm not going to do a press tour running around in YouTube talking about you, because that's what you're looking for, somebody to run around here talking about you. Talk about you from my platform. So my thing is, you are committed to having a problem with me, and I don't know you. And I would like for you, if you're going to speak on me, tell the truth. You said you 3 hours away and you would pull up. You talked about me, dildo, strap-ons, and eating coochie and all that kind of stuff, which was highly, highly disrespectful. And then you failed to tell, hey, I'm on Sean B panel talking this forgiveness and moving on, but get on your own panel and start sneak dissing. So you're not telling the truth. You're the one keeping the shit going where everybody wants to disperse. So you got to stop. I'm not going to apologize to you. I'm not going to say anything to you. Get over it. That's why I'm at. Get over it. When you start stuff, I will absolutely finish it over here however I see fit to finish it. That's it. That's all. You inserted yourself in something that was not your business. My beef is with the fake auntie. Where you come in at? That's the whole problem. My beef is with the doggone the lie mob over there. Where you come in at? Every time I go to address somebody, you insert yourself in and then start throwing hurling insults at me. Go sit down. That's all I'm asking you. Go sit down. Leave me alone. Stop. Go. Stop. And stop beefing with everybody else that ain't turning against me. Because that's what you're doing. You're beefing with other people that's not turning against me. We are grown. Just because I don't like you, I'm not going to tell other people not to like you. People are free to roam YouTube the way they want to roam it. I am not running a cult. Everybody that's in my chest, that's in my tribe, is free to go view other people, even if I don't like them. We're grown. So stop trying to control people, because eventually ain't nobody going to listen to you. Because I ain't told nobody not to watch you. They're free to watch you. They free. That's why they pay their own phone bill. That's why they pay their internet, phone bill, rent, light, gas, and water, so they can sit in the comfort of their home and watch who the hell they want to watch. This is entertainment. This is completely and total entertainment. And the other thing I'm getting kind of tired of is, I don't care who supporters are in my chat. I don't care if we got Trump supporters here. I don't care if we got Holly supporters, Mega supporters. I don't care if they got supporters from Iraq, Canada, Russia. I don't care who in my chest. I don't care. I'm here for clicks and views. Y'all got to stop lying. Y'all here for clicks and views. You wouldn't be on here if you didn't want nobody to click on it and view it. And then you wouldn't want so many subscribers if you weren't trying to be monetized. The whole point is to I guess, build a platform and have people watching. So I'm gonna telling you the truth. That's why I'm here. But I am tired of random women wanting to have a disagreement and an argument with me when I don't pay y'all that much attention, and when I cut my phone off, I'm out the matrix. So that's my spiel. Peanut, have a good life. Definitely get on somebody's couch. I go to therapy once a week. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of going to therapy. Get you a therapist, because some of y'all women are looking for validation from me that I'm not gonna give you. I'm not gonna give it to you, shout 'em. You're not getting an apology. I'm not gonna give it to you. I say we're gonna be right and wrong at the same time, and that's what it is over here. Me and you gonna be right and wrong at the same time. Enjoy your life. Make you some content. Get your subscribers. Do you? All right, now I'm finna go into my show. Yeah, we talking about the Matrix, man. I had to for me to really understand what's going on with the difference between this blue app. What color is the app? We got blue for Facebook, red for YouTube, pink for Instagram, yellow for Snapchat. I don't know what Twitch and Twitter colors are, but wait for my description to come up. It'll be up in a minute. Basically, a lot of people are living, a lot of people have merged the matrix with real life. And some people can't decide what the difference is. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, there's a complete and total difference between what I do on this app and what I do when I hit this end button right here. I am myself, of course, because I don't have a persona. I am who I am, but I don't carry social media into my personal life. And I want people to have a clear understanding. I don't carry social media into a personal life. I don't care to meet strangers off of here and carry them into my personal life. I'm cool with everybody being in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with inbox here and there, but far as just like being besties and all that, I ain't with it, because it's too much sensory overload. Because I have people, friends and stuff in real life. And I think that some of the women that I've came across here, that's a problem. Some people don't know how to meet friends and people in real life. So this is their only way of meeting people is online. And I think it could be okay. But as for me, I'm a dinosaur. I'm used to, if we went to school together, met at a restaurant, met at a nightclub, met at a bar, met at work. I'm used to meeting people like that, like in real life. Or if somebody introduced me to you and you cool peoples and we remain in contact. But just like this thing with this social media, this is wild work for me. So I am doing research on what we about to talk about today. So finally it came up, because we had some power flickering going on around here before I went live, and it was crazy work. So tonight we're going to talk about something that affects every single person listening to this broadcast. No, we're not talking about the movie Matrix. We're talking about the matrix of this world. The systems, the distractions, the lies, the temptations, the programming. Social media is definitely doing some programming. It is wild work. The Bible tells us Satan is the god of this world. That's not my opinion. That is scripture. Yeah, please understand. It says, please, hit that like button, y'all. Y'all come in and hit the like button. Appreciate it. Satan is the god of this world. So if you're going by the world standards, you're going by whatever Satan tells you to do. I don't like Holmes. I did not like him. He's the reason we're in this hellhole to begin with. The question tonight is, are you awake or are you asleep? Are you following God or are you following the crowd? Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't follow the crowd. I've always been a free thinker. I've always done what my spirit or soul led me to do. Now I might not be perfect in my delivery because I'm a human, but as far as like standing I will stand alone if that means telling the truth. I will stand by myself to tell the truth, then be with a crowd and tell a lie. And that's it. That's it. That's all. Like this whole thing with the social media and all that, that's a trick of the devil. I'm gonna tell you right now, this right here is a trick of the devil, and I want y'all to pick up what I'm putting down. If this is your primary source of income, if social media is your primary source of income, you done. What up, on the smiles? Yeah, if this is all you got, you finished. Cause you know what? Remember when they were banning TikTok and these people were losing their mind? Yeah, because that was their only source of income. Don't get the game twisted. If everybody jump up and become content creators today, and everybody's source of income is all these social media platforms, all they take is a push of a button and you're done. So where your electricians, I myself, heating and air, hairdressers, because AI can't do hair. Let me tell you, AI cannot do hair. AI can't wire up a house. AI can't fix a car. AI can't do a whole bunch of stuff. But one thing AI can do is shut this computer ish down. Don't get caught up in it. Like I said, this entertainment for me. I'm here to entertain y'all. But as far as just like, yeah, God of this world with the lowercase g. That right, you've heard with the lowercase g. He said that's why I call myself the stand alone gang. Yeah. I'd rather be by myself than in the midst of bad company. And that's what folk got to understand. When you hit these 40s and you still out here looking for validation, that you are in danger. That you supposed to love yourself enough that you don't need no validation from nobody. Like a lot of stuff come from within. The joy I got, you can't steal my joy, and I'm not gonna hand it to you. I'm gonna say it again. You can't steal my joy because I'm not handing it to you. Social media is stealing people's joy. That's because you handing them the joy. I talked to a young lady at work Saturday, and I told her about my YouTube channel and stuff like that. And she was like, you know what's crazy? She said, them folks in the comment section be giving it to them, but do you think they would talk like that in person? I said, no. I said, because there's a lot of folk that jump in them comments. They do that because they know in person they wouldn't say that in person. See, in face-to-face conversation will hit a lot different than sitting behind the avatar, than sitting behind the keyboard. Because face-to-face, you get that person's demeanor, that energy, and you might not do it. But then, if you godly, you just not going to type and say what you want on this thing anyway. Just the bottom line. So, are you being transformed by the word or programmed? Are you being transformed by the word or programmed by the world? Now, I for myself, I had to start realizing what's going on. Like, we are close to the end. I don't think folk really paying attention. I know people like, they've been saying that for the past 40 years. No, pay attention. Pay attention. We have 1 trillionaire, and that's Elon Musk. He's the first trillionaire ever. Yeah, he's the first trillionaire. Even the people that created AI said we are at the end. When they started making computers and robots to replace us, we are approaching the end. It can't go no more. Like, you gotta keep in mind, we can't go no more. So a lot of y'all got to wake up and realize, don't get caught up in the trap. This social media thing is a trap. It is. That's why I don't take it serious. I laugh. I come on here and flying some folk. And when I cut this thing off, man, I sleep good. Except for that night I went the hell off. That night I didn't sleep well. But for the rest of the nights, I slept like a baby. So we're gonna go. We're going deep. Get your Bibles, get your notebooks, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Because we're about to talk about the Matrix. Now, my thing was, You know, a long time ago, I said the reason why social media is causing so many people mental health disorders. It says, ever think of these things, World Wide Web is like keeping the world in the web. Internet is like we caught in the, there you go, truth hurts. You woke up. You woke up on that one. Yeah. That's it. www dot World Wide Web. That's why I said this the Matrix, y'all. If I think about it, I don't see y'all until I cut my phone on. Like y'all get what y'all you picking up what I'm putting down. So yeah. There you go. You picked up what I put up. What up, summer mommy? What's happening? What's happening? You picked up exactly what I put down. Hold on. Like, share, subscribe, and share the screen. We talking about the Matrix here. So, Heavenly Father, give us wisdom tonight. Open our eyes to the truth. Remove deception for our lives. Help us discern what is of you and what is not. Guide our discussion and let someone leave here with change. In Jesus' name we pray. Yes, let somebody leave here with change. Do not let this and other people persuade you. So when I was talking about, y'all talking about people having mental health, we're not designed as humans to hear 20 and 30,000 people thoughts. We're not designed like that. We're not designed to do all this stuff. Like the people that understand, I'm not designed to try to appease 1,000 people at a time. As a matter of fact, I'm only supposed to appease one person, and that's God. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are losing their mind. They want to commit suicide. They want to do all this stuff because somebody don't like them, or they want to belong. If you want to belong in the matrix, that means you want to belong to the world. I don't want to belong to the world. I want to belong to God, and that's where I'm at. I say I ain't perfect. Now don't get the game twisted. Ain't nothing perfect around here. But I do try. And I'm not saying live your life the same and not change. You're supposed to change every day. That's why the Bible tell you to repent and change your life. You're supposed to change. And it's not an easy change every day. It's gonna take you some time to change. And True Verse said, and remember the endings too. GOV, company, COM, education, EDU, yeah, nonprofit org, LORG. Yeah, all of it is if you're wanting to be accepted by people, that means you're not worried about God. I'm not in any shape or form trying to be accepted by people. If you like me along the way, that's cool. But for the most part, my main concern is when I have a conversation with God, that He ain't like, yeah, who are you? Like, wait, you know your channel? Yeah, you just let some folk away from me. Now I don't want that. Because I remember a guy, I stopped posting for a minute on Facebook and Instagram. Because this guy was talking about this vision he had on Judgment Day, where a lady goes before God, and God said, your one post led 300,000 people away from me. And I was like, ooh, what you say? Ooh, what you say? What you say? And basically, guy was like, yeah, this little portal opened up and she went to hell. God like, y'all going on about your way. I don't want that kind of smoke at all. So I'm being frankly with you. Don't let social media get you put somewhere you don't want to be. Katie, Summer Mama said, Miss Vanessa, he's having another surgery in the morning, but he's hanging in there. Thank you, checking on him. Yes, and keep Summer Mama's babies in y'all prayers. Yeah, keep him in y'all prayers. So Romans 12:2 said, be not conformed to this world, That mean we don't supposed to be like the world and what's the world got going on. Like I ain't gonna lie, that little song that Carisha got going on, it sound good, but it ain't good. It sound good. I didn't even sing it on my page. It sound real good, but it ain't good. Be very careful of the programming that's taking place right now. There's programming taking place with because now they're doing it heavy on social media because that's where everybody at. Not a lot of people watching uh cable and stuff like that. So pay attention to like some of these trends. I was watching some of these challenges and trends, and some did not sit right in my soul. So it was one where Nicki Minaj had her legs crossed and her finger. I'm not gonna do the hand motion, but she had her fingers up, and everybody was trying to balance themselves with their legs crossed. And I'm like, something wasn't right about that. And sure enough, it was a demon god that posed like that. And I'm like, y'all got to pay attention. What are you doing? What are you summoning? So, is it the Matrix? Is anything trying to shape your mind away from God? And that's what this is. I refuse to go against what I know, what I truly know to be right. And I don't care if I'm down to 2 subscribers. That's where I'm at with it. Obviously, I'm supposed to have them. That's how I look at it. If it's right, I stand behind it. If it's wrong, I stand up and say it's wrong. And I don't care who disagree with it. It is what it is. So, examples of the matrix that would take you away from God. Of course, we talk about social media, celebrity worship. It's a lot of folk that worship celebrities, and it's wild. Materialism, political adultery, gossip culture. We definitely in that gossip culture and pride culture. Now, what's crazy is I didn't realize how easy it was to fall into gossip culture. I did that thing. That's so easy to fall into, and I don't even think people might haphazardly do it and don't even know they doing it. Like I had to ask myself, like, is this legit information? Do I want to speak on this? You know, I had to see if it's real or not, or somebody got to show me proof that it exists. And that's where it's at. It got to exist. It got to be some kind of proof. I don't want to do hearsay, but you do got to say allegedly for the legal standpoints of social media. But as far as just like folk fighting over celebrities and who this and who that, and no. Honestly, plenty of fight break out of folk arguing about how much money a celebrity got. And I'm like, why y'all arguing about that man having 2 cents more than the other one? That don't make sense. So my question is, who is influencing your thinking more? God or your timeline? Now, he said, I don't worship celebrities and don't really care about them. Exactly, Vanessa. Man, they human too. They got to answer the same God we got to answer to. But I changed my algorithm in real life and social media because I'm gonna use the word algorithm in real life. So there was a point on social media. So before I just got real saved, right? I was out in your strip clubs, following strippers and stuff like that. And one day, I had seen so much ass on my timeline. I was like, I don't want to see another booty. I'm tired. Like it was just twerking, booty over here, booty over there, booty, rocking everywhere. I'm like, yo, this got to go. So I started unsubscribing and unfollowing the dancers. So I started noticing if I go look up, so I started looking up like babies, because I love little babies when they be gurgling, trying to talk, babies and animals. So I started looking up babies and animals. Guess what? My timeline started turning into yes, Vanessa. Woo! So then I ended up getting babies and babies trying to learn how to walk. And I was like, okay, this is better. So I started looking up animals, babies, and that started pushing the booty rocker in everywhere off my timeline. Because I like, this is yikes. I started unsubscribing to any, because I love comedians. Any comedians that's sexually charged, I took them off. You name it. Like I did a whole algorithm change. especially on Instagram, because I didn't realize you could change your algorithm. And these phones is a tracking system. So, prime example, I had a customer, we was doing his basement, and he wanted a separate circuit for this a cup washer. He said, your device is listening, watching everything, search, look at, and what hears you speak. That's where I'm going there. Truth hurts. That's where we're heading. I had a customer that wanted a cup washing thing. I never looked this cup washer up. Why? When I get home, the phone trying to sell me one of them cup washers. Mm-hmm. Why the phone trying to sell me a cup washer that I didn't look up? I only spoke about it with somebody. And it wasn't even me speaking, it was the customer saying, I got this new cool. And he had it plugged in, so it kept tripping and breaking. I guess he was doing too much with something else. So put it on there. I mean, it did a hell of a job. It's an even using apps will cause your device to display what you think you're interested in. That's my whole thing. Like, I don't like it. I refuse to drive newer cars. Yeah, like newer cars, it'll change your permissions. Will do. Will do. Because if I gotta talk so crazy, I take my phone all the way outside. you ain't finna be listening to me. Some mama says them new PlayStations is scared too. The ones that don't take no CD. Yeah, they don't take CDs. I got one up in here that I rarely play them. Yeah, I love it. It's weird, you know. As a matter of fact, I got another one for y'all. Cam Newton interviewed Saucy Santana, right? He was telling Saucy Santana that a mother is suing Chat GPT for the suicide death of her son. Because the child at Chat GPT, I guess, should he do it? And Chat GPT told him step by step on how to do it. That's crazy. That's what I mean by the Matrix. That's crazy. But here's something else crazy. I listened to a man. The church is called Lion Gate. So I'm gonna let y'all know now. You know, I have a church home. I do listen to other preachers because everybody has their perception of certain things out the Bible. So the man is called Lion Gate. So if you type it in, he's a light-skinned black guy with gray hair. And he talked about AI being the one telling everybody to get the mark of the beast. And I was like, you won't catch me outside with that. No. No. And also pay attention to cashless. They've been trying to get rid of cash. And what was weird about that is a couple years ago, I tried to use the coin dollars, and the children didn't know what it was. I'm like, this is a dollar. It's in a coin. Like, you see, you got dollar on there. It wasn't nobody old enough in the restaurant to even pay, to know what a coin dollar is. So now a lot of the restaurants are cashless. If you pay attention to what's going on, pay attention to the hook. They getting ready to do it. Everything is digital. Think about it. When you go to work, do you get a paper check? You ain't probably seen a paper check in a while. All you do is go to work and just see some numbers in your bank account. And then when you swipe this card or tap it, the numbers come out. We're in the Matrix. Pay attention. Eventually, cash is getting ready to be obsolete. Just like they tried to delete the penny, cash is getting ready to be obsolete, y'all. Then what? All right. So, audio into what consumes your time? Bible, TV, TikTok, YouTube, news. What consumes majority of your time? Now, I have slacked. Yeah, truth hurts. Paperless system, NWO. All right, before I go into the right, truth hurts. There was a man right when the internet was getting started, And if you old enough, you probably remember this man because it seemed like you paying attention, right? It was a man, it was a white man, and he was following all these different the, the powers that be to these secret meetings. And I think he was calling the Bloom something. And it had all the famous people, the Rothschilds, the JP Morgan peoples, all the big people around the world. They would have these little meetings. And you know that white man disappeared. That ass. And the reason why I know he disappeared, because I was in my 20s. So me and my baby daddy, we are conspiracy theorist people, and we was watching this real time. Like, where did that man go? Like, he was supposed to come back with some more video home, disappeared. Like, he was following all the politicians around, showing up in these buildings all over the place, going, see, look, they having a meeting. Look, home gone. He straight disappeared. I don't know if he dead or alive. Home disappeared. He said, it's going to hurt me because I mainly use cash. Yeah, Miss Vanessa, they trying to wrap the cash thing up. Like I say, pay attention. I say, don't get caught up in this social media stuff when real stuff is happening in real life. I know. I go to real life and look at it, and I come back into the matrix and talk to y'all about it. But for the most part, I ain't falling for it. I am not falling for my primary source of income to be social media. No. No. That's the biggest trick of the devil right there. Yeah, and you know, truth hurts when they trying to make all the countries become one. Let me look that thing up. Long, y'all. Cause they were trying to, you remember, I think they like, cause you got the Euro where all the European countries are together. That's what we're trying to have in Amero, where it's supposed to be Mexico, United States, and Canada having the same currency. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. So, what consumes the majority of your time? Now I'm gonna tell you, I do watch a lot of YouTube, but I watch a lot of preaching on YouTube. You said one, yep, that's what we're trying to create, one currency. Don't fall for the hook. So majority of my time when I'm not at work, I'm watching my television and I have scriptures playing, ministers playing certain podcasts, as you know, God related podcasts, you know, that keeps me leveled. And then when I'm driving, sometimes I listen to music. Now, all right, someone might appreciate it. Now I'm trying to get off what the get Quadro. Yeah, we talking about the Matrix, man. The real Matrix. Yeah, so a lot of times, if I'm driving, I listen to music, and now I'm even cautious of what I'm listening to even more. Cause tell chosen what's happening. What's up? What's up? I'm more cautious of what's going into my ears, because that's where we are, is into the age of programming. Think about this. The little samba bop shout got with where all my scamming ass niggas at. Got us the that is the scamming thing is a young man's thing. That's a young woman's thing. The boosting, it is nothing new under the sun. Folk been scamming and boosting since I was in high school. It's nothing new under the sun. They just doing it publicly now. They're not promoting jobs. They're not promoting careers. They're promoting destruction. And the younger people are eating it up. Yeah, I renew your mind every day. I feel like this. That's because a lot of people, I think a lot of people will be lying and say, like, all you gotta do is say I'm sorry and it's gonna be okay. Now you got to really try to change. Like, I wholeheartedly try to change. I think about it. I accept when I am wrong. Like, I get conviction. So part of the Holy Spirit is convicting you when you're wrong. And some people ain't got it. And that's a sad place to be when you don't have a conscience. You don't have the Holy Spirit going, don't do that. Stop, 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 stop. I want that conviction. I want to be told I'm wrong. So I can look within and be like, you know what? You're right. You're right. Let me proceed to change. And that's what I'm at. And that's really why I feel like I'm here, is to preach change. I also preach inward looking. Okay, a lot of folks be like, well, people preach. Listen, these rappers are preachers. They just preaching Satan's message. That's all. And I ain't gonna act like I wasn't out there with them, because my intro is my old music of me talking about being outside. So can't sit up and act like I'm better than them. And I think that's a lot of things. That's another annoying thing when it come down to talking about God. You always got somebody go, well, you were just crucify me. You were just this. You were just that. Well, Jesus was hanging with the killers. Yeah. Peter was a killer that cussed. He was slicing folk ears off, and Jesus rocking with him. What's the guy, Paul? Paul was a killer, and I think a killer and a magician before he went blind, because he was trying to kill all the Christians, and God blinded him. I think that's Paul. Saul turned to Paul. We got to get in the Bible ourselves on that one. Yeah. Jesus was out there talking to the prostitutes and everything else, and people want to be like, well, you can't do this because you're doing that. Oh, and Jesus definitely flipped tables. I like that one. Hey, truth hurts. Let me tell you what I think so cool, right, about Jesus turning water to wine. Like, I did it in my head, right? So imagine being Jesus' mama, right? And we're gonna pretend like everybody black. So imagine you in that playing space with your people, and you bragging on your time. My son can turn water to wine. Girl, we out of wine. Can you go back there and talk to him? And Barry go back there and be like, hey, Jesus, can you do me a favor? Wait, we need some wine. We trying to turn up. Can you remember it was a party? Remember they was at a party, and Jesus tell them folk to go get some water or something like that, some barrels of water. And next thing you know, they said that was the best wine they ever had. Let's not act like Jesus wasn't out here turning up. Yeah, he was. I thought that was dope. I just put it in my mind as if my mama and them playing spades, and they come out there and tap Jesus on the shoulder like, hey, we need a little more to drink. A little more. Man, I got a lot. I don't get them go. You fill up all 5 of them barrels over there. You do that, and you bring it back in here. And by the time you get back in here, you just gonna pour. I'm just trying to, what I'm saying? Like, that's how I looked at it. Like, when I read the Bible, I translate it. You said stomp. Stomp the floor and set the thing down, and bam. They said that was the best wine in the building, was the wine that Jesus made. So we go that, and honestly, I think the whole Bible thing is cool. It's these folk that got a problem with God, they got a problem reading the Bible. I don't have no issue with it. Because I think walking up to somebody who got a bad leg and telling them to get up and walk, and they get up and walk, I think that's amazing to me. And people act like that can't happen. It happen all the time. People go to church and get healed all the time. And I like seeing demons being cast out of people. I love it. I don't know what it is about it, but I like it. I like when they say come forward and that thing get to talking like, I don't want to go. And you're like, nah, you gotta get up out of there. And then they send that spirit wherever it goes. And preferably back to hell where it came from. That's it. But okay. So I know y'all know where this man had a legion of demons. And of course, you ask who you is, you like Legion. And Legion is over 1,000 demons in one person. And they didn't want to go to the dry places, I believe, or to hell. Either or. You got to read it for yourself. He sent them into pigs. Then the pigs ran and jumped in the dang on water and killed themselves. That's what them demons trying to do, get you to kill yourself. Because obviously, they jumped in the pigs. He sent them to the pigs. And they went and, of course, killed themselves. I like reading stuff like that. I think the Bible is the best book ever. I think so. but other people don't. But anyway, the matrix of distraction, Ecclesiastes, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. So vanity is being seen. All right. Well, if I'm gonna look up the definition of vanity, make sure I ain't getting it wrong. Vanity. Hold on. Vanity. So I know it's a lot of people are into themselves. Like it's like they really into themselves, into the mirror. Want to be seen, want to be heard, want to view. It's just a lot. Vanity. I think I spelled it wrong. VANITY. Vanity definition. I look it up in the Bible. It says in the Bible, vanity primarily refers to emptiness, brutality, and lack of lasting values. That's crazy. Hold on. It said meaningless or vapor. It says found prominently in Ecclesiastes. Vanity of vanities is all vanity. The Hebrew word hevel is vapor. The metaphor, it describes things that look substantial from a distance but cannot be grasped like fog. It says futility and falsehood. The New Testament for Ephesians 4:17, the Greek word is futile, useless, or purposeless. Idol worshiping, false god, idols that have no real power, human reasoning, relying on human philosophies and worldly desires that stray from God's word. That's the Bible definition of vanity. Let me get the Webster definition. For those Webster dictionary people, vanity. Webster dictionary. It says vanity. This is the Webster dictionary of it. It says inflated pride in oneself or one's appearance, conceit, or something that is empty or valueless. So they pretty much got the same thing. I just didn't get the I see where social media is taking it, is making people do vanity. I didn't, like I said, I thought it was straight. Like I said, I'm pre-internet, and I started seeing the change in people where people get on internet and post all the good times. Like they will post all the good times. You know, they look like they just falling out of control. And in their real life, they might got an eviction notice, they got to do a payment arrangement and things like that. And I made a comment some years ago, and I'm like, shoot, don't nobody post the eviction notices. Why would they do that? Would nobody post they past due water bill, past due light bill? Ain't nobody gonna post they call beyond E, you gotta pray and be on Jesus fumes on the way home. Ain't nobody gonna post that. That's what the internet do. The internet lets everybody be a fake person. So that what is matrix said. Everybody want to be somebody that they're not in the matrix because it's easy to get away with it. But if you knew them in real life, you'd be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you really ain't that baller. You really ain't this. You really just a regular person. And that's what I would rather be, is a regular person on here. It's how many people spend 8 hours scrolling, 3 hours gossiping, and 2 hours arguing online. I ain't gonna lie, I don't spend several hours arguing online. I ain't gonna lie. Now, when I first got out here, and I didn't realize what was really going on, well, you know, if you on somebody post and somebody disagree and you want to comment, I stopped doing that, commenting on certain people posts or trying to make somebody see my perspective about 5 years ago. Yeah, I stopped doing that about 5 years ago because I realized people have their minds made up on how they feel. They do. Now, if you got a platform, go ahead and speak on it. But far as me trying to make somebody change their perspective, no. That's why when I was involved in the case that we all know each other, I didn't go to the other side and try to explain to them Murder, self-defense. Their mind is made up. That's why they made their choice. And you have to respect their choice. And everybody got to respect everybody's choices. That's just that. I can't make somebody change their perspective, and then they can't make me change my perspective. And that's just how it is. So why waste all these hours trying to change a grown person's perspective when they already made up their mind the direction they're going in? So, but they spend 0 hours praying and 0 hours studying the scripture. So a lot of times I get my scripture study in by watching a bunch of preachers. And I've also learned the Bible that way too. And definitely I had one guy break Ephesians down to the point where I had a aha moment. Yeah, Ephesians is an aha moment. But I also say, get the translation of the Bible that you can understand. I typically use the NIV, and I think it's the King. I'm going to spell it. It said, I don't want to comment anymore because people take it the wrong way. Yeah, but that's I'm gonna say this. Commenting and talking to some of these people, as you can see, I got accused of something heinous about smoking meat. And people ran through the internet and said you were smoking on meats. And I'm like, I'm smoking meat. MEAT. So it doesn't matter if you comment or speak. It's just some of these folk got a demonic spirit attached to them. And by the time your comment gets to their face, they read something different. Or by the time my words get to their ears, they heard something totally different. Even with a play button. Vanessa, it don't even matter. Some people want to hear what they want to hear, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I wouldn't stop you from commenting though. But just know, depending on who you comment. Yeah, just know, Vanessa, depending on who and where you comment, it might get twisted and turned. And matter of fact, I had talked about this a couple of lives ago. It's a demon that's behind it though. When I noticed I got on this platform, I had to keep repeating myself. And no matter how I repeated myself, the person just kept turning it over and twisting it. And so I'm like, I'm not finna waste my air talking to you. you want a problem. Let me show you what spirit behind it. It's called Leviathan. LAB. And this spirit ain't nothing you can do about it. You gotta let that person in and God handle it. Like you got to. But yeah, I let a lot of women on this panel, on not the panel, but these YouTube. Just go. Don't just ain't nothing I can do with you. If I say the sky blue and you turn around and tell me I said it's red, I can't do nothing with you. Leviathan. Okay. I think this one is the pride. Okay, here you go, y'all. Look up Vanessa. You're gonna see what this is about. And the more you realize you dealing with a spirit inside of somebody, the more better this becomes for you. So I started realizing that I irritate people's demons inside of the matrix. For whatever reason, I irritate certain women demons. I ain't got no control over it. I've seen it in real time where I can walk into a building and see somebody's face contort. And it's been like this since I was small. I walked to the building and see people face contorting and didn't understand what it was going on until I started diving deep into spiritual studies. And that's their demon. So it says here, it says in modern spiritual warfare and Christian deliverance ministries, the Leviathan spirit is a metaphorical concept based on an ancient Near Eastern cosmology and spiritual reference. And it's in Job 41, Psalm 74, Isaiah 27. It's commonly characterized as a demonic principality that represents pride. Sunflower, what's up? Glad you pulled up on me. It represents pride, chaos, and a distraction of communication. Haven't we been noticing that here? Pay attention. and they all conjugate in the same area: pride, chaos, and a distortion of communication. So if I say I got on the blue shirt, and by the time tomorrow, they're gonna be like, oh, she on the red shirt, the red hat, and that's a distortion of communication. When I saw that I'm dealing with a spirit that only God can deal with, get away from me. Go. I'm not gonna let your demons cause me any kind of problems in my personal life. Take your distractions and your chaos and your distortion of communication and go. It's nothing I can do with you. Like this demon so strong. Ain't when I say you got to give that person to God, you got to give that joker to God. Because that demon has a hold on them. And I started seeing it. It was exhausting just constantly over and over and over and over saying, no, I didn't say that. I said this. No, I didn't say that. Like, you know what? Push the play button. If you don't like what you hear, jump off a bridge. That's what I meant. Like, I ain't finna keep on over and over and circular. No. Have a good one. All right, so it says master of deception. It says the primary characteristic of operation is master of deception, believed to twist words and distort truths, making it incredibly difficult to reason or communicate with individuals who are supposedly under this influence. Haven't y'all noticed that? It says, I like the NLT version too. Yeah, I'm about to go check out the NLT version. Once I read the NIV, I was able to go back and read the KJV. So I was able to read them both back to back so you can understand. Thank you, Summer Mommy. The king of pride. See, I looked up because pride comes before what? Pride comes before a fall. Every person that got pride, they usually fall. All you gotta do is wait on it. It's the king of pride associated with immense pride, self-righteousness, and an inability to receive correction or admit fault. I'm gonna read that one in. The king of pride, right? Associated with immense pride, self-righteousness, and an inability to receive correction or admit fault. See, oh yeah, that was ridiculous shaking my head because I knew you didn't say that weird. Exactly. So that's why I said too many retarded niggas in one location. All y'all gotta go. Because I refused to fight that demon. I refused it. I'm like, hey, y'all go. If that means I gotta work harder to get monetized, go ahead. I don't need them demons on my page. That's what I meant. If you misconstrue meat and I'm standing over a grill, best wishes to you. You got the demon. His best wishes to you. I say a little prayer for you. That's it. And that I'm gonna tell you, and in some cases, God might tell you not to pray for that person too. There are some cases where God will be like, don't. No. For me, with somebody with the Leviathan spirit, you gotta leave. I ain't about to fight with you. I ain't about to argue with you. I'm gone. And that spirit right there do line up with some narcissistic behavior too. Like that it got some of that in there. This is probably one of the worst ones. It says breaker of covenants. I can't stand for that break their promises, but here you go. It is often blamed for destruction of relationships, sowing division, and an inability to keep a commitment. Now, how I was able to get past people like that, I had to realize that when you've deceived yourself, most liars have to deceive themselves first. They got to lie to themselves first to be able to lie to you. And it ain't nothing you can do with it. It's nothing you can do about it. Like I say, if God tell you to pray for them, pray for them. If he tell you don't. Because Cause there's some cases where he might be like, don't. If we're dead serious. Like I've heard some preachers be told not to pray for a person by the Lord. Now he's only told me that to one person. And it was wow. It was wow. And I was like, I don't know what you did, but I'm gonna obey. I tried to warn this lady about something she was doing. And boy, I was like, hey, because she didn't want to hear it, bye bye bye. You know, you could just pray for me. I'm like, nah. I got a dream, and I tried to warn you, and you rejected the warning. That all I can do is do side. I ain't talked to her in a minute, but I had to. You'll see. That's all I can say. You'll see, and it ain't funny. But my dreams be happening. Physical and emotional afflictions. Some deliverance teachers suggest this spirit causes physical stiffness, such as neck and back issues, as well as psychological distress like insomnia. Now, what's crazy is there's a part in the Bible where it's talking about bitterness down to the bones. So a lot of folks walk around here with arthritis, got some they need to take care of. And I think it's in the forgiveness department. It says spirits of confusion and conflict too. Yeah, we discussed that. It causes chaos. It's a spiritual warfare. Believers who follow this doctrine attempt to defeat this spirit through prayer, humility, and relying on scriptures. Counseling therapy. Many mainstream biblical scholars argue that this concept is a product of modern deliverance ministry and maintain that those characteristics are largely symbolic of human nature and interpersonal conflict. People like that, you got to give them to God. I refuse to raise my energy going back and forth with you. The moment I see you take my words and twist it, and I call it having an exhausted conversation where the person just keeps lying over, twisting words over. You're not going to exhaust me and beat me into submission. I will hang up on you. I will hang up on you. And depending on what part where I'm at mentally, I might do more than that. just go. Because it's a waste of time. I don't believe in wasting my time, on this planet with folk that's committed to having a problem. There are really some people committed to chaos. That's their commitment. They don't want peace. And when I see that you don't like peace, I'm going to give you some peace. Deuces. Y'all, deuces. Especially with this social media, boy, I will hang up on you so fast on one of them back chats and block you. You'll be mid-citizen. Pop. And find your name. Boop, 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 and you back to the metaverse. Out of here. You got to go. And take your minions with you. Go. That's me. Bye-bye now. Yeah. No. In real life, we got enough demonic activity as it is. Sunflower, that's what I mean. I give them to God. If that's the spirit you operate under, they mean you under a demonic spirit and you belong to the devil right now. And there ain't nothing I can do about it. I can pray for you and send you on. Because if you belong to the devil, you are already jacked. I can't do nothing to you. It's already been done to you. And that's what a lot of folks need to understand on the internet. You can't do nothing to some of these people because the devil already got them. I just thank God that I ain't got that problem. I'm glad I can hear clear communication. Like, yo, if I got to get to the point, I got to text you, like, I'm going to tell y'all something. It got to the point where I was in this movement, right? If I got to have a witness to talk to you because you twisted my word, we ain't talking. It was two women like that. I had to have a witness to talk to them because they would take my words and turn them. Just be spinning. They be like, she didn't say that. She didn't say that. And I'm like, y'all had to go tell that lady I ain't say that. Cut off. Cut off. Because you're crazy as hell. That's the crazy spirit. Cut her off. What? No. I'm not waking a millisecond of my life talking to some woman from the Matrix that got a demon. You and your devils go. that what happened last Sunday. Take that, escape. I can't, ain't nothing I can do with you. Because I be up here talking about peaches and y'all will go out there and be like, she said she'll punch the world. And I'm like, well, I was talking about peaches last week. Like, what is you talking about? Nah. It's another one too that I seen prevalent. Jezebel. There is two Jezebel and Ahab spirit. Y'all need to understand that Jezebel spirit meaning. The Jezebel spirit term is used as in evangelical Christian traditions to describe a manipulative, controlling, and deceitful behavior. It stems from the biblical queen Jezebel, and the false priestess in Revelations is used to identify ungodly traits rather than a literal spirit. Jezebel is a Phoenician princess who married to King Ahab of Israel. She's remembered for persecuting God's prophets, promoting the worship of the idol Baal, and utilizing deceit and murder to get her way. The plot against a Naboth's vineyard. Now, I'm going to tell you about that vineyard. What up, gossip and giggles? Let me tell you, I read Kings 1 and 2, and let me tell you how dirty this was. It was a man that had a vineyard. So you got Elijah, right? So Elijah is one of, I believe, 2 prophets in the Bible that was caught up. And what I mean by caught up is they didn't die. God just caught them up, like body and all, clothes hit the floor, caught up. All right, so Elijah was kind of like the prophet warning. They were doing, to me, called a battle of the gods, right? Elijah said, hey, I can stop rain, I can start rain. You know what I'm saying? Because you can. A lot of folks don't understand. Prayer is powerful. You can start and stop something with prayer. So let me tell you how dirty Ahab here, right? He wanted this man vineyard, and he asked the man to sell him the vineyard. He like, nah, that's my people, so that they gave to me. I don't want to sell it to you. He goes home, cry to his wife, right? He go home and cry to his wife, because there's 2 kinds of these spirits. And I believe the Jezebel and Ahab spirits are the narcissistic spirits, overt and covert. Okay, goes home, cry to Jezebel. Jezebel like, oh, and then she gets the man killed. Okay, so he can have the vineyard. When she do that, Elijah come to him like, hey man, God told me he finna pull up. Basically, I'm summarizing. Cause this be happening. Like, you know, when you are a prophet, you get visions, you get dreams, you get stuff. I ain't saying I'm a prophet, but I do get dreams. I do get visions. I do get stuff. I do get people business. So I do understand he probably minded his business somewhere, and he like, ooh, God finna pull up on you, my boy. You go tell him, and he like, hey man, you finna die. And your body gonna get ate by, I believe, by dogs or something like that. Holmes really died just like that. Like they went to war. Like a war took place about what he did with that man's land. And Holmes died. Holmes actually died. Cause we said I do too, could tell, so I'm trying to see what y'all do to it. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Like I say, people that do that stuff, they don't ever win. I had to learn those people win temporarily. Okay. It's I see things before it happen too. Yeah. I see things before it happen, or I get a feeling. Oh man. Shoo. Like I give you a most recent example. I went to work in Chattanooga, and I saw they put oil on my head. And this man had been inviting me to church for a minute. I mean, just he had been inviting me to his church for a while. And as I was thinking, I saw this lady putting oil. I didn't know it was a man or woman. I just saw hands and oil being dressed on my head. I was like, I need to go back to my auntie church because the man did pray over me. Like the man prayed over me like a year. It was a year ago. He like, yeah, you're gonna have a bunch of businesses and because I like churches that get to it. We ain't slanging oil and running track up in the building. I don't want it. I'm letting you know that I want to see oil slanging, tongue speaking, lap running, and passing out. If we ain't turned it up like that, I don't want it. Keep it. So the man I saw it, and I was like, I need to pull up in my aunt church. He texted me, and I was like, dang. Skip that Sunday, ended up back at the man job. And I said to myself, I'm gonna join that man church, and I did. That lady there put some oil on me, just like I saw in the vision. And I was like, this it, they're my church home. And them folk get to it. Then I told them this my kind of carrying on. If we ain't carrying on, oh shoot, I mean, guys, you cool, man. You always be here. I won't be tripping. He said, you should do G&G. You call stuff out before it happens. And Gigi, you be speaking fast from your piece. My apologies. I've got to speak to the house lady, Dr. R. Guys, again, you cool here. So you just pull up. I don't be tripping. So the prophet Jezebel in Revelations, Jesus rebukes a woman in the church of Thyatira named Jezebel who calls herself a prophetess and leads the church members to sexual immorality and adultery. My mama had a book about the Jezebel spirit, and that was a scary book that I read. Now she threw the book away, but I might have to buy it again. It had a face on it. It had like a face down and two, and one was a mask. I got to might get that book again. That book it broke that spirit all the way down. Like it wasn't playing no games at all. So for me, if I recognize that person is manipulative, man, I go ahead and move. I don't even waste no time. I don't waste no time with them. I really realize I value my time more than anything else. I will wrap something up so fast. People like, dang, you made that decision quick. Like, baby, I ain't got to think too long. One God tell me to move, and I hear it and I see it. It's a pit. Like a lot of folk. Okay, God communicate through me with dreams. What's the name? It said I knew a lady personally with Jezebel period. They call her Stink. Yeah, it's a lot of gossip and giggles. It's a lot of women in this. I don't know what to call it. Set where they got Leviathan and Jezebel. No, I don't know. I don't waste no time. You got them spirits right there. I don't waste no time. Like I get away from you. Cause there's a part in the Bible. So that's me. I don't waste time with anybody. Yeah, it's a part in the Bible that say you don't need supposed to conjugate with these people. Let me find it for you. Let me find it for you. I think it's 2 Timothy. Tell you about the people that you don't supposed to hang with. And like I say, until it hit me, because people are like, well, you hang until I have an understanding of what's going on. I don't bust a move. Hold on. I think it's 2 Timothy. Selling women. Let me do 2 Timothy end times. It's in the same, I think it's in the gonna find it. When I read this one day, and I was like, nah, I got family members like this, and they say don't eat with them. Yeah, what I start doing. I don't eat with them. Let me find it. First Timothy 1-5. Put the verse up for me, show them. There will be, okay, I think this is there will be perilous time. Okay, here you go. It says 2 Timothy chapter 3. It says, mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous. AKG, you hear the word slanderous. Without self control, brutal, not lovers of the good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasures rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power, have nothing to do with those people. Yes, I have nothing to do with them. Have nothing to do with them. When I started seeing like some of my family members like that, I'm like, you know what? You won't see me no more. You won't see me no more. I promise you. And if you go too far, I kick you off my social media. you when I say go. Some mommy said a Jezebel spirit is attached to a lot of women. Shaking my head, I can spot one from a mile away. People who always speak sexually got it on. Oh yeah, that's people that speak overly sexually is crazy. Like I just wow. I was trying to figure out how that come up. Where did that come from? Why? Yeah. It says, thank you, Sunflower, for sharing my Sunday praise song. I listen to it every Sunday. And sometimes when I'm cooking, they're speaking to each other. Sunflower say, thank you. Some of them say, I'm empath, so I can feel whatever the people I care about feeling, whether they are happy or sad. I can never hide. They can never hide it from me. It's actually draining. It's called a soul tie. You can get a soul tie. You can have a soul tie without having sex. Like we talk to somebody every day or all the time. That's why I don't talk to people. That's why I say I'm very, very leery of connecting on the phone. You can get a soul tie from just having, hell, this can cause a soul tie. Just being honest with you. That's why I'm like, I know if you psycho, get out my page. Because I don't want no soul tie with somebody that got all these demons. You can get a soul tie with me by coming to talk to me. That's why you have to be careful of ear gates, eye gates. I don't watch a lot of some of the comedians are said that's overly sexually provocative. I cut them jokers off. When I say it's too much, you got to be somewhere. That's I like comedians. You got to be like an even thing, and even then, I'm like I don't watch you all the time. But you can get soul ties by simply what we're doing now. So be careful of who you decide you want to link up with. Verbally, on the phone, you name it. Like, I know if I got a soul tie with somebody, if I start having dreams about you. Protect your peace, absolutely. But you want to hear something funny, Sunflower, though? Everybody peace ain't the same. I had to realize that some people peace is chaos. I can't have because I like peace. Now, like my peace and your peace ain't the same. You know that? Your peace is having folk fight. My peace is I like the air to be calm in the room. I don't like tension. I don't like that. That's not my style. Some people chaos is yeah, some people like I said when I be hearing people and they be trying to what's the word for it? They be I call it gaslight. When they dog whistling, gaslight, and they be like, yeah, I just, just keep it peaceful. And I'm looking like, your peace is me punching you in the eye. Your piece ain't me walking in the room, sitting down. Your piece is me dragging you up by your collar and throwing you up against the wall. That's what your piece is. So you have to just figure that thing out. You feel me? you got to decide who you gonna be. It's a gaslighting is what I call it. Yeah, gaslighting or bold face lying. Now that right there. I can't stand a gaslighter. Cause I be feeling like in my mind, who you playing with? Like when you try to tell me something happened that did not happen, I'm like, what level of crazy is you? Like you ain't gonna make me crazy because you crazy. No, we're not doing that. Uh-uh. And back in the day when I was like 20 some years ago, I will absolutely beat your ass if you gaslight me because I be thinking like, oh, you think I'm stupid. No, bitch, I'm crazy. and go off. Like, let me show you. My BS ain't your BS. So you decide which BS you want. Because it really it says we are in a Paris. Yes, we are. Summer mommy, we are at the end and people need to pay attention. Don't let the phone distract you. Get your house together. Don't let it distract you. We're in perilous time where these kids ain't listening to their parents. Yep, we are hither. Lovers of themselves, braggers, boasters. I ain't never seen so many braggadocious people in the same place at the same time. It's just wild. And I realize I've been living under a rock. Social media has opened my eyes. Eddonis been living under a rock. Before I cut this phone on, I really did not know this part of the planet exists. It said, and that's all we see these days. It's on the news every day. Everybody be bragging about their money, the cars, and all that. And I'm gonna tell you like this: when my parents died, I did not see a Brinks truck driving behind them. I didn't see no cars going on the ground with them. We didn't put no houses in the ground. When you die, you leave all this stuff right here. So I really be looking at these folk crazy, be bragging about the money that you gonna leave right here on this planet. You can leave everything. Like I saw it myself when I died of a heart attack in this room I'm sitting in. You gonna leave it here. I'm just so glad God gave me a second chance. I don't care what nobody say. I thank God I had a chance there. I got into a car wreck the next year. Was it next year? Yeah, I had a heart attack in 3. Wrecked my car going into 25 that I shouldn't have walked out of. I'll be thanking God for all the spares he done gave me. Woo, you can't. I brag about the Lord. I ain't gonna brag about no money now. That money come, money go. Sunflower said, God is going to flip all these tables over that are not like him. Man, let me tell you. These folk ain't no God in them. That's some scary stuff. Like, I didn't realize we was that far gone. Like I said, when you ain't really like paying attention to what's going on, working this case, I realized we far gone. And we ain't talking about like young folk, these old folks. We too far gone. Like when I say we too far gone, we too far gone. Like these people don't even think. I think my thing is when you think you getting away with something, right? Like God can't see you. Like that be my thing when these folk act like God can't see them. He can see you. He can see you. Just because he didn't smack you over the head immediately, it don't mean you got away with something. Like it just, y'all, I'm so afraid of just like, I feel God. I don't feel the immortal human walking around. I really feel God. Like I really, really feel God. Like, do you realize God control time? Like that all you got on this planet is time. You don't have nothing but time. You get a birth date and a death date. That all you got is time. Everything is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 20, 26, 27, 28. All you got is time on here. Man, shoot, I ain't about to play. Some mama said, right, sunflower, and I don't want to be none of them tables when he flip. I don't want to be standing when God pull up. I don't want to be standing next to you, especially if you're doing something terrible. You said eating and drinking with drunk. All right, listen. I read that Bible verse back when my mama died, 2019. And I saw where my family was heading. And I read that Bible verse right there. And I like anybody that match up with that Bible verse, we ain't eating together. Anybody I meet that match up with that, eat, drink, kick it. And of course, it got to click with you. Once that thing click with me, I'm like, Out of here. I stopped answering your calls so quick. Out of here.com. Let me boop, boop, beep, 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 boop. My internet, it's not bad, but my computer is hella slow. I'm trying to go back to what I was looking at. Yeah, that's the truth. I don't even think so. Of course, we live on the planet. I like nice clothes and stuff like that. But I also know that none of this stuff mean anything. As a matter of fact, when y'all get some time, read Ecclesiastes. It's a very small book, but when it tell you how meaningless this side of life is, and the real meaning is when you get out your body, baby, it changed my whole perspective. Sometimes I'm like, why am I doing this? Not gonna leave this here. Sometimes I'm like, what am I doing it for? Yeah, I'm like, you know what? A godly person does leave something for their generations. So I will say that you do supposed to leave something for your generations. But I'm no longer will, uh, you know, cheat, steal, and all this kind of stuff and scam to get, to get it done. Before I was forward, but now that my eye got open, I'm like, man, I ain't with it. And like I said, I stopped doing my little shenanigans over a decade ago. Like I've set out well over a decade ago. And it's just these people, they doing all this. And when you die, who you get to talk to? You can't buy your way out of hell. I ain't ready for that conversation though. Let me go back up to my little hold on. Man, I might have just skipped past instead of talk about. Okay. The rich fool in Luke 12. He had money, he had success, but he wasn't rich towards God. Yeah, there was a rich man that went to hell. And I think, remember, he saw somebody and said, if you could just wet my tongue a little bit, like just put, like he was trying to get somebody to dip some water on his tongue. And then he wanted to warn his brothers and stuff not to come here. That's the stuff folks not realizing, like, yeah, you might be rich here. Like, money is your guy here. When you get out your body, you can go be with your God. If social media is your God, when you get out your body, you're gonna go be with your God. Don't make this a God. Here's a question: what distractions keep you from your purpose? Are we entertained to death? Is social media helping us or controlling us? I'm gonna say this. I have been distracted. I ain't gonna front. This has been a distraction for me. And I feel like we all need to be honest. That social media may just be a distraction from your true purpose, which means cut the phone off and handle your business. Let me help you out. If you listening, if you have been distracted by the social media, YouTube, whatever second sector we in, doggone, cut the phone off and handle your business. It says, are we entertained to death? I don't know what they mean by that, but social media helping us controlling us. Social media definitely controlling us. I have never seen so many BBLs in all my days. It's like women came online and said, you know what, my booty ain't big enough. Let me go change something. And I think that was the worst thing ever. Once they started normalizing booty shots. And the crazy part about the booty shots is, well, I'm gonna tell you about this. So we all know to play with the Matrix. So when I was hanging with the strippers at the strip club, right? We were talking about booty shots and what they wanted. And I was like, baby, that's programming. I said, the booty shot really ain't for the women. And I was talking to them like, what you mean? I said, the booty shots ain't for women. The booty shot was designed by men for men. And they were like, what you mean? And I was like, listen, just hear me out. So when they made these booty shots, if you notice, the women are are not looking like natural women no more, just regular women. They're not looking like natural women. They wear like 10 times of makeup and they're looking more like the men that wanted to be women. And I don't know the proper term. I don't want to offend nobody. It's just the truth. I said, so back in the day, a lot of celebrities were getting caught with the men that dress like women. And they said they couldn't tell the difference. And as you can see right now, you can barely tell the difference between a man that's changed himself to a woman and an actual woman. Like, pay attention to what's happening. So now it's being normalized. So a lot of the women are competing with the men that want to be women by going to get the booty done, and also the programming of women to think that their natural bodies are not good enough, not realizing the regular men like natural women. The heterosexual men like naturally built women. They're not going for the BBLs. They don't like the 10 tons of makeup. They like a normal woman. So social media has been programming our women. It don't matter what color it is, because I'm a woman and I'm a black woman, but we're talking about all shapes of form. But most of the BBLs you see are the black women that are doing it. That's majority. So pay attention to the controlling, not controlling, controlling and programming. The next thing is the flued out pandemic. It says, good evening, Eddonis, beautiful in chat Mars. I came in when you were speaking about the rich man going ill, so I'd like to share. I'd like to share the verse of night prayer. Absolutely. Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing. What was I looking up? I don't know what I was looking up while I was talking. Yeah, so a lot of women are being programmed. And they come close. A lot of men being programmed too. With these, I call it the red pill podcast, the red pill podcasters. They programming a lot of these men not to get married. I saw it real time. And I was like, dang. So you got both genders leading groups of people to hell. Let me see what the hell that happened. Yeah, you got both people leading people to hell. You know, they telling men not to get married, or they're telling women to just go ahead and have sex because he ain't gonna want you unless you have sex. They're telling men that a woman only wants you for half of what you got, and just a lot of programming, and you're programming people to go to hell. Here's another one I don't think y'all caught on though. Kevin Samuels. This was during the Kevin Samuels era. And of course he passed away. And to me, in the worst way possible. He died in the middle of sex. So that's horrible. He laughed at the beginning of one of his podcasts and said, I'm going to hell and I'm gonna take y'all with me. That's what he said on one of his podcasts, not long before he died. And I was like, oh. And I was thinking, like, bro, like, you really just think this a game? This ain't a game. You've been encouraging men not to get married. You're encouraging women to go out here and just get their bodies up. You said not the BBL. Yeah, the BBL. I think that's the worst thing created for us. I don't think we need no BBLs. I feel like this. If you made 40 with no booty, just be booty and 40s. But be a bootyless 40-year-old woman. That's what I'm at with it. Like if you made it this far without it, why you need it now? Like it ain't like it gonna change anything. You just gonna have to buy some new clothes. I just say be happy the way God made you. There's a reason why he didn't make your booty to go back that far. How you supposed to clean it? How you supposed to wipe? If your booty that big, well, how you supposed to get back there? I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying. Be happy with the booty you got. Cause they ain't making no thighs to match neither. They just throwing booties out here. And they ain't throwing no thighs in there, no lower halves. Nah, I mean, just I say leave it alone. just stop. Cause they not made for us no way. All this cosmetic stuff is not really made for us, especially us black women. I don't think. Be happy if you got a wide nose. That's the signature of a black person is their nose and their lips, full hips, and all that. You don't have to do all that. And a real man gonna love you. A real one gonna love you. I just feel like social media have programmed women, and then there's another program for black women that ain't nobody catching up with. So I think Megan Thee Stallion and them are beautiful women. But this whole culture is crazy work. The whole culture, and then the very same women that's promoting the whole culture want to be married. Have you noticed that? The very same women that promote whole culture want to be married. How you go into the studio and write a song about being a hoe, and then you didn't understand when you speaking it, you're speaking it into your life, and then you got other women speaking it, they speaking it into their life. And I just feel like that just put the bar on the floor. But they don't, that's another part of the matrix. They not ready for that. That put the bar on the floor. That too, and the industry plants, your sexy reds and all that, that's an industry plant. Anybody that just out here throwing the bar on the floor, nah. And then the women now today's mamas are friends with their kids, listening to it, smoking weed with them. When I say it's social media done killed it. Killed them. It says the matrix of fear, 2 Timothy 1-7. God has not given us a spirit of fear. Fear is what keeps people trapped. Fear says, don't start the business, don't leave the toxic relationship, don't follow God, don't speak the truth. That's what was tried to be put on me about speaking the truth. And, and to me, speaking the truth is why people like me. It's why a lot of people hate me, though. But speaking the truth is why I have you guys, the tribe, because I speak the truth. I refuse to lead people in the wrong direction. Speak the truth. It says Jeremiah 12, judgment for the wicked. Baby. Y'all have seen judgment real time. I think I've been under God judgment before, and I just didn't die up under there. I just was going through it. Like everything I touched failed. Like I had this area in my life where everything I touched failed. It was just bad. Like it was a bad season, and it was my fault. And I had several seasons like that in my life where everything I touched was crumbling, like to the flow, to the flow, to the flow, to the flow. But since I started moving differently, sitting down, chilling, talking to God sometimes, and I got to talk more. I ain't gonna act like it's every day. I do need to talk to God more. But and keep my everybody in their own little way got a little evil and wicked, because a lot of folk don't want to say they done evil. This if it's this the thing with the word evil. Anything that's contrary to God is evil. Anything that's opposing what God has told you to do is evil. Some folk even don't damn know it. All right, that's just the truth. Now I wouldn't wear no badge on it, like, oh my God, I'm evil. I'm not gonna be out here doing that. But I do make mistakes, and if somebody tell you they don't sin, they're a liar. That's it. That's all. We all sin and fall short. But some folk don't know they're evil, because they think of evil as like killing somebody, touching the kids. No, Evil can be anything. It's a biblical example. Moses was afraid. God used him. Moses also stuttered. I didn't know the man had a speech impediment. Um, Gideon was afraid. Esther. Now, a lot of men don't want to believe that. I think there's 2 or 3 women that got books in the Bible. They short, but they was in the Bible. What would you do if fear was holding you back? I'm gonna tell you, there was a time where fear did hold me back, and I was watching Jesse Duplantis. Now, if you like a comedian slash preacher, Jesse Duplantis, he's about the realest one out there too. He talks about because he used to be a rock star, a rock and roll singer, and he talked about doing the drugs. He talked about it just straight up. He like, hey, I was out there, and I was sitting outside of my bed, and I was sitting outside of my bed, and my money was terrible. When I say terrible, my money was jacked up, and I was trying to keep my business and everything afloat. And I'm like, God, you said you would look out for me. Like, come on, God. And this man got up here, and I say it's funny how God does it. He says, if you doubt God, you're an atheist. And it hit my soul. I was like, what? And he said it twice. Because when I said what, he said, if you doubt God, you're an atheist. He said, if you don't trust God, you don't believe God, that means you don't believe in God. That means you're an atheist. And I sat outside that bed like, nah, I ain't no atheist, my boy. And that's when I got faith. Faith counsels fear, and fear counsels faith. So that's when I got faith. I was like, all right, God. I do trust you. I do believe you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Jesse Duplantis. And I went on crying in bed. That's why I listen to a lot of preaching, because you could be going through something and one of them will jump up and say something on your screen. And you like, shoot. That night was a wild night for me. That changed it changed how I prayed. It changed how I think about things. It did a whole lot. Some mom says, IMO. When women get all those enhancements done to their body, they have low self-esteem, or either they have the Jezebel spirit attached to them. Man, I'm gonna say, yeah. When you're trying to make somebody love you, if he wants you, he gonna want you. Men married. I'll talk to plenty of married men, as in like conversational wise. They didn't marry their woman off looks. They married their woman off what was inside of them. Like they saw that they could get somewhere with that woman. They saw she was peaceful. They saw she was cool. It was it wasn't that she was a Coke bottle figured woman. It was for personality. Can you follow directions? Are you peaceful? It's a whole lot going on with that. It ain't for looks. You can get the biggest booty on the planet, and get what? If your attitude and your spirit jacked up, that man still ain't gonna want you. It's about your spirit. All right. The matrix of money. Here you go. It says you cannot serve God and mammon. Mammon is considered money. Money isn't evil. The love of money is evil. Some of these people love money too much. I mean, they doing anything. Our money ain't good money. Our money ain't good money. I can't fool with it. It says, many people chase money, lose family, lose peace, lose purpose. I promise you this. If you chase your purpose, money gonna follow you. Money is a tool, it's not a God. I'm gonna tell you that now. Money ain't nothing but a tool. Just like we say, they canceling paper money. It ain't nothing but some numbers. Numbers in your account, numbers out your account. That's all. It says, I can't agree my ex-husband married me because I loved him the way his mom didn't. She left my baby in front of the courtroom. Yeah, listen, it's a lot. It's a lot going on out here, man. It's a lot. It says the borrower is a servant to the lender. We're going to discuss debts, credit cards, lifestyle, inflation, and financial freedom. I personally do not believe in keeping up with the Joneses. I'm going to say it again. I personally do not believe in keeping up with the Joneses. That's why a lot of folk in debt. If such and such got a new car and such got this going on and such got that going on, why would I throw myself in debt because who can Ray them down the street when I brought a car? I ain't doing that. Credit card debts. That's the biggest scam on the planet. You borrow money to go somewhere and do something. Now, I would say there are good debts. Like you got I say you got that thing out. I say good debt, like a mortgage is a good debt. Maybe a business loan is a good debt. But just having credit cards where you done gone shopping, like your Macy's and all that, I feel like if you ain't got cash, don't worry about it. You don't need to buy it. If you ain't got the cash, you don't need to buy it. A lot of folk have become slave to credit cards, lifestyle inflation. Get some water. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. I gotta get me some water and cut that fan on. I had to give me some water. Cut my dang off fan though, because we got hot up in here. People, the lifestyle affects like traveling. Some folk can't afford to travel, so they put it on their credit cards. And now you in debt. Like I know people that got $25,000-$30,000 in debt, and I'm like, I can't get a credit card paying $300. How y'all do that? And then I was like, shoot, you know what? I don't even want to know. I don't want to be $25,000-$30,000 in debt because I was shopping, taking vacations I couldn't afford, all this kind of stuff. Nah, that's a different kind of mate. That's why folk be at jobs they hate because they can't afford to leave. That's why some folk in relationships they want to get out of because they can't afford to leave. The money matrix is one of the biggest matrices outside of the social media. Like that's the biggest slave plantation on the planet is debt. When I say when they got you by the balls, got them. The only debt I'm willing to have is a mortgage. That's it. Because it's good debt. It has an appreciation value. I am not finna go jump off in a debt for a car just so I can get on this social media platform. But look at me, I got a new car. Unless y'all finna help me pay for it, let me know. And I reach out to y'all every month for my car note. But nah, I ain't doing none of that just to be seen with a new car. And a lot of times the folk don't like you no way. I saw that with my parents. They had nice cars. And get what? Them folk, people didn't like them. It was think I'm finna go in debt so you ain't got that so you can't like me. You can unlike me with my old car. You can unlike me with my old ass car. And that's why I met with him. Hold on, y'all. Better get to I don't know how this thing. Hold on. That thing just skipped to my bottom like he was nothing. Yeah, a lot of folk work a lot, lose their marriages and all that. I've seen it happen in real time. Servant to the lender. It said, what financial lesson took you years to learn? You said, well, I have debt right now because I trusted my landlord now. I'll let you bill. I'm holding off paying since we're in the civil court. Uh so what financial lesson took you years to learn? The credit card one was one. Now I ain't got a credit card in sight and don't want one. If people like, what you do in emergencies? I pray. That's what I do. I pray or I do preventive. Like a lot of people be having car issues, I do preventive. Car down some stuff you got some stuff you gotta do. But for the most part, I do preventive. Do I borrow? No. I'm not going to get no personal loan and go in more debt. Unless that personal loan for to start me a business to make me some more money, that's about the only time I'm going to take a personal loan. But just to blow it, nah, I got to make some money off of it. I just got to. That's just me. That's just me. Now we're finna to talk about the major that we're currently in. Me and you. You and I, me and you. Is the social media matrix. It said, if I yet please men, I should not be a servant of Christ. It says, if I yet please men, I should not be a servant of Christ. That is Galatians chapter 1, verse 10. I refuse to please men. I will not do it. Don't you worry. I ain't doing it. Don't you worry. I'm not doing it. I don't do none of these weird challenges out here. No. I watch people do it and I'm like, that's y'all. No, 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 no. He said, this app has shown me more of how people will do and say anything for a couple YouTube dollars, just throwing all their morals out the window. So my homeboy asked me, like, Eddonis, how far you gonna go to YouTube? I said, I ain't finna be no circus act on here now. Cause we were talking about all the famous YouTube social media people that's broke. They broke. This don't pay that much. I promise you. Go Google how many views you got to have to make $2,000. You got to have 1 million views to see $2,000. I'd rather go to work. I promise you, I'd rather go to work. You got to do it because you like it. Like, yeah, I do it because I like it. I want the clicks and view. I want to be monetized, but baby, you got to have 1 million views to see $2,000. Nah, I ain't finna throw my morals out the window neither. I say social media rewards attention, outrage, drama, and vanity. You're right. I notice I get my most views if I have a thumbnail and a title that sounds like chaos. I tell you, if I got some chaos going on this page, like I got 20 people in my views right now, that 20 has 70, 80, and 100. If I got something chaotic going on, that goes to show what's going on. It says, now you literally allowed yourself to be removed from the type of energy, and it's because you didn't belong in that type of energy. Yeah, I actually told the energy to get off and go. Go. But I will tell you, if I must address it, I will. I'm going to be honest with you. It said the Kingdom awards humility, service, wisdom, and character. I don't think people today understand character. You are judged by what you do. If you are, you can't come on and say, I'm not messy and then participate in mess. You are messy. That because if you're participating in mess, you're messy. I mean, I'm not gonna act like I ain't never been messy before. Yeah, I've been petty and messy before. That would be a lie if I told you I didn't do that. Somebody said, me neither. I'm not in competition with nobody. I love my simple life. I like what I like. I don't want what nobody else have, period. Yeah, I like my little peaceful, humble abode, my little island. And that's how I want my channel to be, is my own little island over here beating to my own little drum and we chilling. I don't want any Any, you see on my hand, I want any of that. Any of that. No, no. I want to be just in my real life, y'all. I have my own little island where I just be beating my drum by myself. And that's how I want my channel. It's I love God, and but I'm filled with fear. I've been through a lot by myself, and the world has really, really deal me hurt. I was raised in church, but my fear confuses me. Taking time to. It took me a while to heal. And I had to go get a therapist for help. Like that, I'm gonna be honest with you. Life definitely dealt me some foolish hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you can't control some of the hands that life deal you. And then when you realize that you might have to fight these battles physically by yourself, but not spiritually by yourself. So I want you to understand that I fought battles physically by myself, but not spiritually by myself. KG someone said, listen, I'm on one of them plates when I visit my daughter in Atlanta in a few weeks. I got you, shouter. I got you. So it's one of them things where I had to talk to God first, KG Summer Mommy. I had to talk to God, and I had to get an acceptance that God will provide you everything that you need. You don't have to have people per se. Now, God will send you people. Don't get it twisted. God will send you people, and He will let you know those people are from Him. But for the most part, you have to solely rely on God, and that's how I've been able to make it with minimum family. Um, I got when I say on one hand, my friends are on one hand, real life friends, they on one hand. Because a friend of many is a friend to none. So yeah, I keep a little bit of friends. Those that really got my back, people that check on me, I check on them. But for the most part, God, I've been by myself for a while, and all I can say is God. Sit down, talk to him. That's who you should express where your fear comes from. And then I'm gonna let you know fear don't come from God either. Fear comes from the devil. Because the devil wants you to live in fear, live in lack, have you worried about the next bill, or have you worried about what this person, that person, stuff like that. So when you're by yourself, always go to God. I don't even talk about my money problems to people, okay? Because you will speak more of it into your existence. Sit down, I'm like, hey, Lord, I need A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I need that. And he always provide. I look up and it'll be right there on time too. It's never late, it's always on time. KG's mother, some mama said, sunflower, I'm serious. I don't eat from everybody's table, but she can open a little restaurant if she want it. I really want to when I get, if we live long enough to be older, I would definitely do it in an older stage because I tried the food business. It is hard work. That's some hard work. I understand exactly what you're feeling. Before I allowed myself to become consumed by Jesus Christ, and after I was intimidated and fearful of playing with God, especially. Well, see, a lot of times you be playing with him and don't know you're playing. Because I know I was playing with God and had no idea I was playing with him. And I'm glad he spared me. But woo, when I got to thinking about like, dang, I really was just playing in your face. Thank you for sparing me. Because God do protect fools. And just know if you were playing with God and didn't know, you're a fool. It's I was in the world of the world. I didn't like it when it was time to let go because he wouldn't let me go. Yeah, I was outside. I call it being outside. I was definitely outsiding really hard. And I just thank God I didn't die in my outside behavior. That's just the truth. I'm just glad I ain't like that. Because had I died like that, y'all would have heard a big earthquake and kaboom down there, like down below. So no, I'm glad. And my concern, my main thing now is course correcting. So it's some things that was easy. It was easy for me to let go of the sexual and moral lifestyle. Like that was the easiest thing to let go because I'm like, got you. Don't do it. That's very simple. Don't do it. that was it. But now the stuff that's hard is your daily thing, like speech. Let no corrupt speech come out your mouth. Let no idle talk come out your mouth. I don't like talking that much. I like to handle my business and go about my way. I don't like to just roundabout. I just don't. I like I said, I know my mouth is a problem. So that's why I'm like, let me certain music, secular music. I'm trying to get out secular music for a while. It is ingrained in my soul. I'm trying to get out of it. So mama said I did taking time to. I love to eat. I'm greedy as hell. When she was on that grill that day, I went to Sonny's barbecue. Looked so good. Thank you. Yeah, that thing there. Yeah, I love barbecue now. That's my thing. It says smoking marijuana was and the easiest thing. I'm like, oh yeah, it was easy for me to start smoking weed. I put that joker down in one day. Like I say it's certain things that I could just cut all the way off. And it's not an issue, not a problem. Wrap it up. I promise you it's easy. It's some stuff like I say, probably it's like I say, some music, some of my speech I need to correct. And the more I get into it, the more I get into it, God, the more, I can hear like, hey, you need to fix that. You need to fix this. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the fact that I can hear. I like that. I like that I'm being told, chill out, stop this. You know what I'm saying? Because I be wondering like when the people. Nah, I was a real piehead back in my younger days, truthfully speaking. Trust me, I was all day wake and bake from the time my feet hit the floor to the time I went to sleep that night. I would have smoked all day long. So nah, I was pretty bad. And I was able to stop. Well, I stopped once I got on felony probation. That's when I was like, yeah, can't do that. And then I started back when my parents were dying, so I can make so they would eat. So I would smoke to make them like I'll blow the shotguns for them to eat. But then after they died, I'm like, I don't really like this. Like my soul, I'll tell you about how my soul worked, man. Something about that reefer, my soul said no. Something like, mm-mm. My inside like, no, no, stop, don't do it no more. Like that me, like sometimes my soul will just be like, like for real. And I feel like if your soul don't speak to you like that, you might really need to check mine and be like, psh, psh. Certain places, certain people, my soul like, don't you take me there. Don't take me over there. Don't drive me there. Like, yeah, it's bad. Discussion points. Cloud chasing. Woo! Fake lifestyle, online validation, influence culture. Will you still do it if nobody liked it or shared it? For me, yeah. I've been me, whether somebody liked it or shared it. That's it. Cloud chasing. I had to look at what cloud chasing was. I started getting involved in like social media and stuff like that. I had to go look at what the hell cloud chasing was. That's just how pre-internet I am. We definitely seen fake lifestyles on here. We've seen fake careers, fake lifestyles. You name it. If you get money, you ain't got to beg for money. If you get money, you ain't got to tell us you got it. You ain't got to pretend. It's you. Listen, it is totally impossible. Even the rich people go to work. They not traveling all day every day. Rich people go to work. The celebrities go to work. So how are you traveling every day? There you go. Because some people, like, if I just posted all my vacations for the past 15, 20 years, it'll look like I'm just out here. Turn it up. Because you don't know when it happened. People forget about it. It's so many ways to look like something you not on here. I just prefer not to do that because to me, I categorize it as lying. So I feel like I don't want to lie. I'd rather be myself. But social media tells another story. He said, it's the tobacco. I'm literally in a spiritual healing, whereas dressing addictions are concerned. So I get it. Um, I prayed over one of my cousins that was right after his mom died, which is my aunt, that he would lose the taste of drinking, right? That I hope that you would take the taste of it away from him. He called me like 3 months after I said it. He said, cuz I haven't had the taste to drink. Because my biggest fear was him drinking too much. And I was like, I got something for that. I pray you take the taste of it away from him. So, truthfully speaking, pray that you hate the taste of cigarettes. Pray, pray over it. Pray that God take it from you. I got to take some stuff away from me. Something that was hard to kick. I like, God take that cup from me. Take it. And get what he did. He's a case of something now. I'm upset with my action because I'm a 22-year-old. Now smoke sitting my younger cousins and my sister. I think everybody went through the smoking tobacco phase. I don't. I mean, 'cause back in the day, they were smoking with us in the car. So I think everybody and their mama done gone through smoking Black and Miles. I was freaking Black and Miles and stuff like that. And I think I started smoking tobacco around '07. Yeah, I ain't smoked no tobacco. Damn, almost 20 years. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Take a tattoo said, truthfully, smoking weed is the hardest thing to let go. 3 weeks trying to let it go again. I tell you how it's easy to let it go taking time too. So when you're smoking or getting drunk, or doing any kind of drug, actually, you are opening yourself to the spiritual realm illegally, which means when you get elevated, you're opening up for all kind of demonic spirits to get inside of you. And a lot of people like, but smoking weed, that too. Just whenever you get intoxicated, you are accessing the spiritual realm illegally. So if you don't want no demon inside your body and have you run down the street butt ass naked, don't smoke. that's about the best way I can put it. If you don't want to be out here acting crazy, because some folk are getting psychosis from this weed now, and that wasn't what it was back in the day. So it's a lot. I just say stop, and then they dipping, they put a little fentanyl on it, and just stop, just stop. I say this. I did get some CBD from the store, and I cut them little gummies in 4 little pieces, and just cut, take a little piece, and sit down. It'll give you. Trust me, CBD ain't bad for you, but just remember you don't supposed to be elevated. You don't supposed to be intoxicated, because what's the Bible say? The devil is roaming as a lion. What is the devil is roaming as a lion looking for somebody he can devour? And if you're intoxicated, it's easy for the devil to get you because you're intoxicated. You don't have your senses. And like I said, my soul about I ain't smoked no reefer since 2019, like midway of 2019. My soul was like, I don't know what kind I had smoked, but I knew my soul was like, don't do it no more. And I put it down. Yeah, I might need to have y'all soul speak to y'all. I'm telling you, like mine was like, don't do it. Don't do this no more. And I was like, and when it flushed it, dead when it flushed it. He said, now I have surgery to remove my gallbladder after losing my mom on my birthday, and the dilated periods help me with pain. It also helped with, nah, man, staying numb and wiser. Sunflower said, weed smoking when I was in my 20s was my way of dealing with life instead of allowing God to heal me. I smoked every day, all day back then when I was beginning to heal. That was the first thing I stopped. Yeah, I was forcible stopped on several occasions. First time I stopped pregnant. That took a pregnancy test. I'm like, dang, we're gonna stop. And I tried it again. Well, my son was like 10 months old. And trying to watch a baby while being elevated like that, I couldn't. I just couldn't. I stopped really liking it then because he was like, I had put these what's that? Have you ever put the outlet covers in there? And I mean like you shove some plastic in the outlet. My son was able to pull them things out the outlet. Like he would climb, walk, crawl over there, put his hands on the wall and start pulling them out. And I'm like, hey, I had to baby proof the house. And I'm like, I can't do this. I can't be high with this little baby. Stopped in. I tried to I started back. And then once I caught my charge and they were like, hey, you can get random drug tests. I'm like, it ain't worth it. And then my parents got sick, I was blowing, smoking with them, and it was helping me. Like I said, it was just one day I hit that blunt and I was like, man, I can't do this no more. Then accepting and dealing with pain. However, after losing everything and my African left America, I woke up after crying to Jesus Christ's name in the yard. I took it for granted. That's truthfully speaking, also said the way he literally removed all the withdrawals that comes from saying no taking the demonic things. What up, Ashley Button Mom? What's up? What's up? Sunflower, I remember I prayed and asked God to help me get over my husband. Like to stop messing with him because I was because he was abusive as hell and God gave me the strength. So yes, he will take you from me. As the Baltimore said, been a busy Sunday for me, but I hope everyone had a good day. Hello to all. Truthfully speaking, said I have always been shocked and proud of myself with having the mitigated goal to quit smoking marijuana, yet not tobacco. So I understand wholeheartedly. I believe you can do it. I'm gonna tell y'all something about a relationship I was in, and I just I can see people's spirits inside of them. So the end of the relationship with my ex fiance, I had prayed the Lord's prayer, right? And you know, in the Lord's prayer it says, "Deliver you from evil." Remember that part of prayer. So I'm praying because I realized I had gone too far. So I'm praying. I'm on my knee praying in this girl's bedroom, and I asked God to deliver me from evil. When I looked up, she had a smirk on her face, and I was like, "Oh yeah." Like she had a real legit smirk on her face, and I said, "Deliver me from evil." She put me and my son. I was like, and it was some years later. I was like, man, can they like to do me like that? Blah 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 blah. And I heard this voice say, "You did say deliver you from evil, so you got delivered." So, and I was like, "You right." Yeah, I was praying the Lord prayer. He said, "Deliver us from evil." And I never forget. I looked on the girl was standing over me with a smile like this, like. And I was like, ah, and that lady put us out. And I was like, you know what? God, you got jokes, but you right. Delivered, delivered. Oh, and I got delivered some more. Like I got delivered from that lifestyle. That's why I get pissed when these women are accusing me of doing something I am not doing. I got delivered from that whole lifestyle, being a lesbian. I don't care. A woman can walk in here butt naked and it's not happening. Nothing's happening. I firmly believe that lifestyle, I've seen it, will take you to the hottest place on the planet. And I ain't going. I ain't going. At least not for that. I ain't going. So fake lifestyle, online validation. That's the worst one I've seen with online validation. And I don't think I need to be running in behind somebody for somebody to recognize me. Like God recognized me. That's all that matters. God recognized me, Jesus recognized me. I don't need it from nowhere. I'm straight. And never I met with online validation. That's it. That and influencer culture. Why that's a lot of folk. Be careful with this follow button. Because a lot of folk, y'all finna follow them straight to hell. This influencer culture, all these challenges. I done seen some of the most weirdest challenges ever. And everybody doing them. Don't nobody research where it come from. Just because it renders the views, the clicks, and all that, everybody doing it. And I'm like, nah. He said, that's exactly accurate. That's how, and the only way I was able to get. Okay, that's exactly how. That was exactly the only way I was able to get away from my youngest two daddy. How I be thinking like this. Once I get in my mind, right, that this ain't working. Because I don't know what it is about the end of my relationship. Something click in my mind. Even friendships and everything that I gotta go. I don't know what it is, something click, and I be like, you know what? I gotta go. I gotta roll up out of here. I got to go. And go, I be exiting stage left. I would exit a business relationship stage left, a friendship stage left. Y'all saw I exited stage left over here on YouTube. I gets the hell on the moment my soul get unease and I hear that voice go, leave. Oh, wait. Because there's a reason why a voice be like, go, walk away, go. That's why when I told the folk I'm out that movement, it's a reason why. My soul said, remove yourself. Go. Because when God pull up and handle some business, I don't want to be there. I don't want to catch what's called the backwind. Y'all, everybody should have got their butt whipped by their mama or something at some point. And when your mama do this, and you come down and the belt make the connection with your ass, that means when she pull back, anybody that's in the vicinity gonna feel that wind, whether it's coming forwards or backwards. And I remove myself because when God come through with whatever he gonna whoop them people behind with over there, I don't want to catch no back wind. I don't want to catch no front wind. I don't want to be in the vicinity of God doing something like this. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be there. And it's a figuratively speaking thing. When God enters a judgment, that's to me, that's the claim of him hitting the gavel on his podium up there. Like, oh y'all, you got it. And stuff happens. Is it speaking the truth beautiful when he heals you? Is nothing like I ever felt. Lady Mysterious, what's up? So we're going to talk about the matrix of deception. Ugh. Yeah. It says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. That's John 8:32. It said the enemy greatest weapon is lies. That's the enemy greatest weapon. Imagine being deceived. So, see, guys, when it comes to him, those who are burdened and heavy burden, he'll do the work. Is his will. Is his will. So smoking still is one step, and the second one. I say this something about me. If you knew, okay, so biblically we're not supposed to be intoxicated. So if you know intoxication, let me see how to put it. Cause everybody got drunk here and there. It's not nobody's judging. Look at it like this. If I'm high and drunk and the devil can come into my life because I'm high and drunk and wreak havoc, I won't want to be high and drunk no more. Like a lot of folk try to say because God made weed, you're supposed to smoke it. No. Weed is a herb. You don't supposed to smoke it. Now I ain't saying eat it neither, because I'm on the fence about eating it. I'm gonna tell you now, I'm on the fence about eating it. But one thing I do know, we don't supposed to smoke it. Cause you ain't smoking rosemary. You ain't smoking Himalayan pink salt. You ain't smoking black pepper, cayenne pepper. You ain't smoking turmeric. You see what I'm saying? All the herbs. You ain't smoking bro. I ain't gonna lie. Me and my friends did try to smoke some rosemary, and that was trash. But you don't smoke rosemary. You ain't smoking sage. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta look at it like that. That's how I looked at it, and that's how I was able to just wrap it up. So yeah, just think about this. It ask God to take it from you. That's how I can tell you, ask God to take it from me. Because everybody's personalities is different, some of my men. I was able, like I said, my soul, like, Nick, and I was like, and I just put it down and flushed it. And I've been Gucci ever since. And like I said, some stuff easy for folk to quit, some ain't. It just depends on uh you. But let me tell you about deception though. So let me tell you how I got fooled when I was growing up. So I grew up in a Southern Baptist church, but the preacher wasn't right. The preacher said, all you gotta do is tell God I'm sorry. He never preached repentance. He never preached changing your mind, renewing of the mind. He skipped that whole part of the Bible because he wasn't living right either. So let me tell you how I was playing with God and I was playing with God. So every time I got into a woman on woman relationship, I didn't sleep well. The entire time I was, especially when I got into a committed relationship with a woman. Now, being a hoe, I didn't really have no problem sleep being a hoe or a player, whatever you want to call it. But the moment I got into a committed relationship, I started not being able to sleep. So I'll play with God like this. 'Cause I didn't know what repentance was, which is change your behavior, change your mind, change your behavior, change your heart, change. So before I go to sleep, I would ask God to forgive me, knowing, right? Knowing I'm gonna get up and be a little freak league in the morning. Because I thought that was okay. I didn't know it was wrong. It took someone to explain what abuse of grace is. That's abuse of grace. Abusing grace will definitely get you to a high place. So repentance and God knows your heart and mind. So even if you in the middle of dying, right? God forgive you for your sins, but also He know if you serious. He know your heart. So if you go, God forgive me, and you finna go do the same thing in the next 5-10 minutes, you are willfully sinning. So I thank God that I didn't get caught up in the reprobated mind state. But remember, God protects fools. I was a fool. Now, once I came to realization what that was, I was like, I'm not gonna be a lesbian. I'm not doing it. No. Because anything past, once you come to understanding, you do it after that. You pretty much opening the door. And I ain't opening the door for that. Now, that's some stuff that I'm like still slow on. And once I get it in my mind and get it locked in, I'll be able to stop. Or when I need help stopping some of my, I just ask God to take it from me. Like, help me. And I'm humble enough to be like, hey, God, please help. Like my mouth with profanity, God, please help. Help me, please. Like I'm dead serious, like, help me. Don't, no, help me. And then I had to go look up, y'all. I just started looking up what gossiping is. 'Cause I have never been in a space like this. So I had to go look up what gossiping is and stuff like that to make sure I'm not doing it because God don't like it. God don't like slander. He don't like gossiping. He don't like when we're drunk. It's some things he don't like. And I just don't want to be the person that does it whether he likes it or not. I don't want to be one of them. I want to realize what I'm doing and go somewhere and sit down. That's what I meant. Like I want to realize, okay, this ain't right. And then I go somewhere and sit down. And that's what happened with me as far as the lesbian relationship. When I realized he not playing, you're definitely going to hell. Go somewhere, sit down. And I ain't seen nothing yet that will make me think twice about going to hell. You got it? It says lies. There are a lot of lies that the devil tell you. You're not good enough. You'll never change. God doesn't care. Sin has no consequences. So that last one, sin has no consequences. It do. The wages of sin is death. And I have to thank God that I did not die in my shenanigans. Please understand. Like I have to thank God that He looked out for me, that I did not die in the middle of my foolishness. Cause baby, ain't no coming back. You know what I mean? So I appreciate it. That's why I'm like, let me tell people. It says, "Oh, reprobated mind, seeing being told away from me, I never knew you. I refuse to be in the world of the world, for greater is He that is in me." Yeah, when God, yeah, so much I was imagine smoking black pepper. Hey, why is you smoking weed if you can't smoke black pepper? Try it, somebody. Put some black pepper in some of them rolling papers and see what happens. Put the weed down. Put it down. It's a herb. Now, I'm not encouraging you to eat it. You gotta talk to the Lord about eating. I ain't gonna tell no. I ain't gonna steer you wrong. But it's a herb. You not like I say. Have you smoked some herb de Providence? Have you smoked oregano? Have you put some oregano in the blunt before? Don't. If you ain't, don't. Don't. Like I said, me and my homies tried rosemary before, and basically we got the idea of YouTube. I'm gonna tell y'all this time we had that red down a week, and I was like, "She, it's a herb, right?" And we went on YouTube and saw for smoking rosemary. Don't do it. Just don't. Ah, yeah, word to the wine. Yeah, just put it down, so mama could get these folk is sprinkling fentanyl and all this kind of stuff. And this some real J's now that ain't even doing crack no more. They getting hooked on weed. I was just saying, like I said, I was smoking back when it was Reggie, me, air threat, we had threat pack, joke pack. Perp, like that Perp later song, they were about Perp, you know what I'm saying? That was back in my younger day, but now you can't pay me to smoke weed. Mm-mm. I don't want to be zooted out of my mind. I don't want to be zooted. I'm too old. I can't do it. I don't want to be zooted. That what is it? Runts, Girls, Scouts, gas. Oh man, it's just, they get to talking like that. I'm like, that shit sound deadly. Sound like something. And it stink. Oh my god. It don't smell like it used to. I remember my mama telling me, it smelled like a chemical. My mama kept telling me, especially when we smoking like dro and all that. I'm like, it smelled too strong. It didn't smell like it did back in the 70s. And now I sound like her, like it smell. It don't smell right. I don't know. No, it don't, it's not right. It said, "Oh, everybody mine being told away from me. I never knew you." Did you just write that? So I make sure I didn't read it twice. Yeah, it came up twice, truly speaking. I kept trying to figure it out. Um, I said, "Armor of God breakdown, helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness, shield of faith, and the sword of the word." I tell you, the helmet of salvation. Now, that to me, that's like, I do have some of the armors, but I don't ever let something chip away at the armor. That means if you're going through something, open that Bible and read it. That's it. Just like Sunflower told me that day, cut some gospel music on. I'm like, you right. Cut it on. That tamed the little beast I had going on. Sword of the spirit to me is word. The word is your weapon. I don't never let nobody take me away from God. Like, because it's too many instances where God really showed me his existence. So I feel like stay in the word, pray, be around godly people, center yourself around godly people. Some of mom said, yes, it's called willful sinning. When you know better, you will have your own hedge of protection removed from you. That's why I said sit down. That's why I volunteer to go sit down. Like back in my younger day, I was out here, but now, girl, I'm just glad I didn't get stuck. Like y'all are witnesses reprobating mind in front of y'all face if y'all ain't paying no attention. Y'all are witnessing reprobating minds. People that do the same thing expecting a different result, that is a reprobate mind. Someone just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah, speak the truth, saying the devil. My final statement: escaping the matrix. How do you escape the matrix? Definitely read God's word daily. Read it, listen to it. Um, definitely pray daily. So I am looking towards getting back on the prayer schedule because I was on a reading the Bible's prayer schedule for a little minute and got knocked off of it. I definitely want to get back to it. Let me see. What else? When you know you're dealing with demonic spirits, when somebody identifies their characteristics, identify with some of the stuff I read, cut them off. That's the better way to do it. Cut them off. Don't go back and forth. You say, oh, hell to the no. Don't go back and forth. Cut them off. Just wrap it up. I call it wrap it up. If I realize you got a Leviathan spirit, I'm going to wrap this conversation up so fast, you're going to be like, I can't get a chance to argue because I'm not listening. I do not like listening to liars. People be like, well, you didn't listen to what she said. She's lying. That's why. Lie to yourself. Lie to your mama. Lie to everybody but me. I'm not listening. Pray daily. Choose your circle wisely. I said I needed weed for comfort because it really calmed me down, but now I just don't want it anymore. Yeah, taking time too. I was an avid pothead. When I say I had made homemade bombs, I was out here. I smoked out of an apple. I was really deal a avid pothead. I liked it. But it wasn't like I didn't use it as medication. I just liked it. Like I can't even explain it. I enjoyed it. But then at some point, something inside of me was like, ugh. I can't even explain the feeling when my soul was like, oh, I feel like something inside of me was shriveling up. Like I can't explain it. The last time I smoked Sarif, I was sitting outside the bed, staring out the window, and my body just was like, nah, I don't do this no more. I can't take it. Something inside of me going, I can't take it. I don't stop. No. Like, that's what I had going on. And you got to give your whatever you got going to God. Like, just give it to God, taking time to. I promise you, weed to me is no different than drinking. If you drink and smoke reefer to get rid of a problem, guess what? When you come back down from being high, your problem is still there. The Bible says we are to obey the laws of the land we live in. So I wanted to say that if you can't handle drinking, don't do it because some will do it. I don't drink because alcoholism run in my family. And I don't want that demon at all. I've seen it. I've seen alcoholics. I know. See, we help some people to have an appetite when they see. Yeah, but that's I was smoking. I was blowing my parents' shotguns when they was here with cancer. But once they died, I was like, I can't do it. No. Is it because ain't nobody? Because it ain't no better. Truly speaking, said, although he slayed me yet, will I trust in him? I will maintain my own ways before him. For whom the Son sets free is freely indeed. Glory, hallelujah. And she said, taking time too. Let me see. Seek truth over comfort. I like reading the Bible because it makes me be like, I need to look into that in myself. Like, I need to change that. A lot of folks don't like the Bible because it convicts them of their wrongdoing. And The Matrix isn't just a movie. It's every lie that pulls you away from God, every distraction that steals your purpose, every temptation that keeps you from becoming who God called you to be. The world says follow your heart. God says follow me. The world says get rich. God says store treasures in heaven. The world says fit in. God says be transformed. Tonight you have a choice: wake up or go stay asleep. So my closing scripture is Ephesians 5:14. Awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light. And this has been a great conversation, you guys. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Like I say, is that my let me see. But I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me tonight. But it's another one. I've been on that thing about 2.5 hours. So I definitely understand what you said about drinking, because I have alcoholics in my family too. Yeah. I dated one and I was like, oh, because see, I thought like drinking. So I thought drinking thing was like, somebody might drink too much and act up. I didn't know there were levels to alcoholism. Like I dated a functional alcoholic. And yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And I was trying to figure out like, how the hell did this happen to you? Like, what the hell happened? Like, have you ever just let this man like, why? Why you want to do drugs? Why? So you never know. So this has been really good. I'm proud of you, Eddonis. Thank you, Sunflower. This is usually my normal content. Like I said, y'all, I'm glad y'all stuck with me doing my little razzling and dazzling. I don't like razzle dazzling. I don't. Like I said, I appreciate this is my normal content. Yeah. I say y'all like, share, and subscribe. It's a great live from what you call. Thank you, Ashley. But more like I said, sometimes I go live on Sunday, sometimes I don't. On normal day, Tuesday. But we're gonna bring my birthday in. Because I don't work tomorrow. My birthday is Tuesday. So we're gonna go live late. We're gonna bring my birthday in on Tuesday, because that afternoon I'm gonna be out here turning up. What up, Sherry? Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Now I'm gonna give my chats a shout out. Truthfully speaking, thank you for pulling in. Sherry, thank you. And Sherry Funny, I got a family member named Sherry, and my middle name is a deviation of Sherry. So Sunflower, what's up? Ashley Boimon, what's happening? Taking time to the lady with the ranch. Yes, thank you for showing up and showing out per the usual. Lady Mysterious, thank you. Vanessa, as always. Nicole, that's my boo-boo. Summer Mommy, Gossip and Giggles definitely pulled up in here. Let me see who else. I don't want to even know about that. I think, what's the other one? Taking time to Tam Chosen. Y'all are like twins to me, even though y'all don't know each other. Y'all, I don't know what y'all look like, but y'all names are so close together. Yes, Tam Chosen. Vanessa. I think I said Vanessa, but you get it again. You will get it again, y'all. Let me see. Sunflower. Y'all did. I think I said sunflower. You know, when you get old, you forget. I mean, I think that's it for my chizats. Also, y'all, they got an inbox on YouTube. Don't abuse it. Please don't abuse my inbox on YouTube. They done created one. My Lord. I'm not even happy about it. Please don't abuse it. I love y'all. So enjoy y'all Sunday. I thank y'all for hanging with me. Peace out. See y'all closer to later tomorrow so we can bring my birthday in together. Peace out. Bye.
I'm laughing at y'all niggas. Yeah. Give it to me now. Y'all niggas real funny. Money Mafia taking over. Yeah. We clocking.
I'm your first lady, riding that black Mercedes. That your nigga got him saying I'm that first lady. Baby, your mouth is sad. sassy. With a raising the dirty south. That soft like baking soda. I hit you with arm and hammer. I'm a boss, bitch. You talk shit, I walk it. AK, what nigga with the full clip? Things you dream about, I already did it. From the streets to cul-de-sacs, from dimes to pound bags. I'm bragging, but these are facts. I say, your head bobbing, I'm back. Man, you're robbing, I got these trucks knocking. I'm rolling that purple stuff and drinking that Grey Goose. I roll up to the club, buy 20 or more. Now, if you're looking for that work, my nigga, we got it.